Hello and welcome to day 7 of Dakar Daily. We are still in La Paz for the event's rest day, but not for us. We haven't been resting. We've been getting some great content for you guys today.
We certainly have. Mike has a lovely interview coming up with the top 3 drivers.
Well, it's great to have all of you here together. Top 3. It's very rare that we're able to do this, so it's a nice thing. They say it's a rest day. It's not really a rest day because you've all been working this morning. Stéphane, Carlos, Bernhard, all 3 of you, how tough has this rally been so far?
Ooh. No, for me, I think it was hardest Dakar since we are in South America for sure. 5 days consecutive, step by step, day by day. It was a little bit difficult, more difficult. On the last, not yesterday, but the day before was really complicated. I never saw the dunes soft like that. It was not a question of speed, just to survive on the dunes. So no, it's not easy, especially for the amateurs for sure.
Carlos?
Well, I cannot agree more with Stéphane, but it seems for him very easy. He's really a master on that conditions, and that is why he has been winning so many Dakar. So it was extremely difficult. I will say some of the off-road sections and some dunes also dangerous, easy to get in trouble, easy to get into a hole, or like Nani. It was difficult to read, and the terrain and for sure it has been the beginning of the race, and the result shows as well. Many accidents, big gaps, a lot of top drivers, top cars already retired. I think this is, as Stéphane say, for sure the hardest Dakar in South America.
Bernhard, for you, because despite the fact you've been in motorsport for a long time, and well over 10 years, you've done loads of circuit racing, but probably haven't got the same off-road experiences as Carlos and Stéphane. It's an incredible job what you've done. How have you found it so far this year?
Yeah, thank you. No, we talked already about this. Look, I'm only 40 years old, and it's not. Those 2 guys are really experienced and Dakar legends. But for me, it's my 5th Dakar, and for me, the 3rd time that I'm driving in South of America. And when you drive here, the first day you have a nice road and you can push a little bit, and then your head must be making turnover, and you must not only thinking about speed. And it was very difficult to drive in these dunes, because they are were like sometimes were very nice driving, but also the dunes were like ditches, and it was very tough first week, very tough.
So is it fair to say then that experience is what has brought you through Peru, really? Because I mean, it's been incredibly soft, and as you said, you've got momentum, and you're carrying, and then suddenly a big drop off. Is it experience of the Dakar that's got us to this point? Don't all answer at once.
No, but first of all, for me, if you drive 100%, it's not possible to finish the stage when it's completely off track. When it's the track like a double C, you can push, but off track, it's not possible to drive 100%. This is probably one thing that I try to respect every day.
The gaps are fairly, well, actually it's a situation you don't like being in, isn't it? Because you're leading, you've got nearly 30 minutes, and you'd rather be coming from the back. And Carlos, you've now got to catch Stéphane, and there's just over an hour and 20 minutes further back for yourself, Bernhard. And of course, you've got NASA coming through 3.5 minutes behind you. But it doesn't mean anything, because anything can happen on the Dakar. And we've seen people lose 2-3 hours in the dunes. So there's still a lot that can happen. You still have to be on your A game. But do you think that the roads and the slight change of territory will perhaps suit Mr. WRC a little bit more?
Well, I'm afraid, unfortunately for me, this year it's not many WRC stages. I think we are facing the Dakar with more of, even the following days, we have off-road dunes, off-road section, we have Fiambala, we have Belen Lake also. According also to Marcoma, we have stages of 400, 500 kilometers. So many things can happen still. It's such a long way. We have 1/3 of the rally, and You know, I think this is a rally of surviving at the moment and nothing else. Of course, when I see a road, I try to go fast, steady but fast, like yesterday, and then see what's happened.
There's been all this talk about two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and everyone's been sort of complaining about it and moaning about it. But from what you guys seem to be saying to me, it's not so much about two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. It's about the person behind the wheel and how you deal with the situation that you're in. Is that fair to say?
Of course, sometimes it's fair to say, but you see this year what Carlos explained. The Peugeot makes a car who's very fast, very good, not only in the dunes, but also in the WC tracks. Yesterday, Carlos passed me very quick. I go at the side and I was trying to follow him, but it was not possible. Yeah, you can say about the driver, okay, Carlos has a particular level and I have a kind of level. I know what I can do and I know what the car can, but it was not able to follow the Peugeots. And I think this is also a little bit disappointing for Toyota this year. Maybe the rules, but okay, it is like this. And then you must survive and manage this and keep your head calm and make the right decisions and okay, do what you can.
Stéphane, where do you stand on it?
So you know the story, we know the story since more than 20 years, the balance between the two wheels, the four wheels, and this is always the same discussion. So I don't know exactly, but for sure we have a really good car. If we do a small check, the three first stages, Nasser won the two in three stages. So I think the Toyota was fast, but maybe not enough. And for me, it's not a problem. I try to be really focused on the race, on my technical, on all the discussion about the rules between two wheels or four wheels. I forget completely.
It's going to be an incredible finale to the Dakar. Thank you very much for talking to us, guys. Good luck for the final week.
It is so close between the riders in the bike category this year that honestly at this stage absolutely anything can happen. Leading into this Dakar, one of the firm favourites was KTM's Mathias Faulkner, and he is certainly proving why. Mathias currently sitting at P3. You're having a fantastic Dakar so far, aren't you? But it's tough. Who is your biggest threat, do you think?
But it's really hard to say this year because it's so close and there is like 7-8 people I think who can even win. So, but at the moment is everything I think in plan. So I don't lose so much for the first week, and I'm still fit and I have not some injuries. And today I look forward for the marathon stage because there I think it can change something.
How tough has this year's Dakar been?
Now for that Dakar I was starting it, sure is the toughest because the first 4 days in the sand dunes was so hard, and it's not always about the kilometers, because if you have like two really hard kilometers, they can kill you, and if you have just 200 kilometers on the road, it's like nothing, no, but it's really a tough one.
Adrian, you are having a fantastic Dakar this year. What has been the hardest bit so far?
To be honest, I think was yesterday liaison. We had a big rain and I was super cold. When I arrived here, I was complete freezy. Yeah, that was the harder. But yeah, in the end, I enjoy a lot this first week because we had a lot of dunes, a lot of sand, and yeah, that's what I prefer.
You're getting very close to a podium finish. What would that mean to you?
That's a dream, you know. I'm working since I'm super young. Since I'm kid, I'm dreaming about the Dakar. So to fight the victory is already something special for me. And it's like if the dream is coming true. It's not true at the moment because it's still a super long way. The second week will be really hard, I'm sure. But you know, before I was only dreaming about the victory of the Dakar, and now it's like I can see it. It's still super far, but I can see it, so it's already a big feeling.
A superb performance for you so far, Kevin. You're the first Argentine rider to be leading the standings in the bike section of the Dakar. You must be absolutely delighted.
Yes, I feel so good. I am so happy about that. It's amazing for me this moment. I really worked very hard during this week, so I think I did a really good job and I arrived in the first position, so it's amazing.
So soon we head to Argentina, to your home ground. How tough do you think this section is going to be?
Argentina is very tough, you know. We have 3 or 4 stages so hard, and also the condition there is now the temperature is so high, maybe 45 degrees, something like that. So for sure will be very hard in Argentina, but I feel better because I feel with my people, my house. We crossed Salta, that it is my city, so it's good for me.
Meanwhile, in the trucks, last year's winner, Eduard Nicolad, continues to dominate the category for Kamaz, despite being on his side once already in stage 5. He leads over 50 minutes clear of Argentina's Federico Villagra.
In the quad category, there is one gentleman who is head and shoulders above the rest. Ignacio Casales is absolutely having a formidable Dakar 2018. Cavaglasso is desperately trying to hunt him down, but honestly, the Chilean driver is doing so well. With 3 wins and 2 P2s, this looks set to be his year.
Now, we've not seen much of the S by S class this year, formerly known as the UTVs. These little machines basically started life as agricultural farm machinery. They've been turned into real racing machines. Now, if you come with me, we can see in here gearbox and engine. Now, the gearbox is a belt-driven CVT gearbox, so it's basically high and low, and that's it. Come around here with me for a better view of the engine. Now, here we go. It's a completely factory standard 900cc turbocharged Rotax engine producing over 170 brake horsepower and revving to 7,500. These things are a huge amount of fun. The weight regulation, 850 kilograms. They've got a vast amount of suspension travel, more than the 4-wheel drive cars in the car category. As things stand, Reinaldo Varela is the man leading the S by S category by over 30 minutes.
I think it's a great low-cost entry into the Dakar market, and it's also a great bridge for bikers to come across and for quad riders up into the car category. At the same time, young talent, because there's very few young top drivers. You've got Bryce Menzies, who has great backing, but the young guys don't have a chance to come into the sport, and I think this is what the ideal category is. Good performance we've shown with the results is a huge potential, and I think that's the exciting thing about it. I definitely think it's going to explode. I think Yamaha will definitely start looking at it, as well as obviously you have Polaris and Can-Am involved, and there are a lot of other manufacturers globally. If you look in the US especially, they're 400, they had 150 Can-Am or UTVs they call it, but they had those entries, and that's going to come, and I think there'll also be a big crossover from the US.
Quick word on Reinaldo, because he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's an old fox. He's a tough old man. He's a handful. He's like the kid I never had it, but he's done a great job. Him and Gustavo have really pulled the car through. We've got long stages to go, but I think there's still some more surprises to be had, and I think the cars will show their strength.
Here are the top 5 overall results for the cars and bikes. And here are the top 3 from the remaining categories overall. Head to redbull.com/Dakar for further results and much more.
There we go. That is it from La Paz. We now make our way to Uyuni. Gradually, the mileage starts to increase and the dunes start to disappear, and the riders and drivers get ready for the marathon stage.
Absolutely, and make sure you continue to follow all the action of this year's Dakar using the hashtags Rally Dakar and Red Bull Motorsports. Alex and myself will see you in the stunning salt flats of Uyuni tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.